Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to Afro If you're new here, my name is Linda. But here, Afro we talk about all manner of financial commentaries. And I was just going through my For You page, and I came across this discourse about so many parents and all of that, talking about the cost of raising a child. Like, have you noticed? Have you noticed that the cost of raising a child is significantly rising by the day? You know, growing up, you see some families like having, two, three, four children, five children, and they still raise them well. They still, are able to provide food or basic life amenities. you know and when you get to all of these shopping malls, you are able to afford um things to raise your children or to raise your child, or what have you, child food, Cerelac, milk, what have you, and you're able to raise these five, four, two, or three kids of yours. But nowadays, even raising two children, raising a child right now is not it's actually something that you have to hustle. You have to really think about it. Like, families now are thinking about, you know, raising it, how to raise a child. Like, they have to think it through right now before raising it. Like, so many do not even want to have a child because of the cost of raising a child. I know that we have child free by choice women who probably do not want to have a child, their choice, yeah, and you have to respect that fact. You really have to respect any woman that chose not to have a child. They have their own, and we are so happy and gladly about that. But there are some people who do not want to have because of the means of taking care of a child. This normal cereal, milk, children food that you can actually get for $1 or two, or what have you. Go about now to get this. You realize that the cost of this baby food in the superstore is higher compared to the cost of food that you buy, like raw food you buy to make for yourself. Baby food is more expensive than normal adult food. How did we all get here? How can baby food be more expensive than adult food? You're not even talking about the diapers. Am I even going to talk about the clothing? Like, you will see a baby clothes and an adult clothes dragging with the prices. Like, they are, even the baby clothes is now higher, because you cannot just go to thrift stores and get baby clothes. I did not really, I don't advise that, because these babies are still tender. So going to thrift stores to get baby clothing, I don't think is a good idea. But if you do that and it works for you, then good. But make sure it's well washed and ironed. So, because adults can practically go to all of these thrift stores to get clothing, match it with any other one you have, you are good to go. But babies, you cannot. And getting new clothes is very expensive for a child. Then talk more of you having two, three, or four children. Baby food is expensive. Baby clothing is expensive. Hospital, every other thing to raise a child. And now that they are cutting off all of these benefits, snaps, everything, Medicare, blah, 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 it's all being cut off. That means before you know it, the world will not be populated anymore. People will stop getting pregnant to raise children. People will stop giving birth. It will not be, like, birth rate will reduce. Because you cannot, as a parent, I don't really encourage giving birth to a child that you can't take care of. You can probably take care of. If you can afford one child, go for it. If you can afford two, go for it. It's better to have a child that you can properly take care of than to have so many children that you can't even give a basic things of life. You are just going to end up, you know, getting so upset with yourself or transferring aggression to your innocent children that didn't tell you to bet them on this planet Earth to come and frustrate them. So it is getting worse. It is getting worse each and every passing day, and it's something that really needs to be talked about. It's something that needs to be talked about because the way at which things are going right now, people might end up not wanting to have children. People might end up becoming, aka, child free by choice, child free. I don't want any stress or any because when you have a child, you have to think about yourself, your child, your spouse. You have to provide for yourself, provide for maybe two or three of your children. But if you are not, you're only thinking about yourself. So with this economy and the way at which things are getting so expensive, what do you expect people to do? Because nobody is ready to bet a child that you will just watch your child, see other people's children getting all the whole basic amenities, but you can provide this to your child or for your child. I think it's a shameful thing to do to that child. It's rather if you're not going to take care of the child and the government is not even ready to support you, there is no point. And what will become of the society? Low child birth rates. Everybody will just have to become a child free by choice. And at the end of the day, people will get older and there are no younger generation to take up with these jobs. And what do you think is going to happen? The economy will collapse. Because you cannot tell someone that is of age, 65 years old, 70, to continue doing a job that is meant for upcoming generations. And if the upcoming generations are not there to do these jobs, what do you think will happen? The economy will crash because there are no more and the job market, oh my god, this is something that really needs to be talked about on a daily basis. Birth rate is declining because people do not want to give birth anymore. People cannot afford to raise one child, talk more of two, even three. And as a result, people just end up being child free. And as a result, the older generation cannot put up with the pressure that have to do with working 9 to 5. And if this happens, nobody to take over. That is why, is it China or which country was calling upon people to give birth? It's already happening. It has started somewhere in China. I don't know if it's China. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's really escaped my mind, but I think it's somewhere in China. The birth rate is reducing and the government is begging and asking people to give birth. It's already happening. I think it's also happening in the States, whereby there is a law that they want to implement. When you give birth, there is a certain amount of money. People do not want to give birth to a child that they don't want to take care of. Because every parent's dream is to be able to provide for their children. And if you're unable to do that, that means you're not a parent. You're not a parent. Anyway, when I saw this on my For You, I was like, this is a real issue and people really need to talk about it. Before it gets worse, before it gets to the situation whereby there are no more young generations anymore. The birth rate is already reducing as we all speak right now. And it's getting worse each and every passing day. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, lovelies, if you're not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, leave your thought in the comment section of what you think about the decline birth rates. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload